guys, my name is Vijay Sridhara and I have been bringing you for the last few weeks open source software which I have developed throughout my career of 20 years. I have given you Image Librarian as an open source couple of weeks back to manage your photos and images, and then I've given you Author's Assistant. If you want to become an author, what is the best software that can assist you is Manuscribe. And now this week I am bringing you a personal expense manager. If you work on computers day in day out, then this is an indispensable software for you. It can track your expenses, it can track your investments and income, it can also track your savings, and the name of this tool is AccountCentaur. It works on Windows 10 and 11. I have quickly upgraded it to Windows .NET framework, a new .NET framework. It was developed about 15 years back, and this works flawlessly well on the new systems as well. And it is excellent. It gives you graphical reports and the reports, graphical analysis and also reports for you to view month on month, week on week, year on year, and you will know where exactly is your money going. So without wasting any time, let's look at the demo right away. After you install AccountCentaur, this is how it appears. In your Windows Start menu, you click AccountCentaur and it will show you the login screen. The login screen has a password admin and admin123, all lowercase. Say OK, and this is how the interface appears when it happens for the first time. So what should I do here? You have to go into expenses first. So when you open for the first time, your database is created in your documents under AccountCentaur. Your PC, your documents, and AccountCentaur. This is the database where all your data is stored. So ensure that you're not losing this. Even if there is a version change, new upgrades have come, ensure that your database is intact. Okay, so expenses. You go to expenses and then say bulk daily and say add. You can use keyboard, you don't have to use mouse. Also you can press alt and you can see the shortcut keys. For example, house rent, this monthly, alt A, add, and then petrol, weekly, add, school fee, quarterly, alt A, add. So let's take these three expenses. So how should I? So these are the expenses that I have. Now you can also tell AccountCentaur later that what are the other expenses you have. You need not have to list everything in the first go. You can just traverse to the entry screen. Now this is the screen you work day in and day out. You can see the panel. This is the top grid where your expenses are listed. Once you tally everything here and you then click the make entry, you can see the button here, make entry, on the right side. Then everything is committed to the database. For example, you have to press add new. So whatever expenses you have already created, they come in here. So for example, house rent, how did you pay it? Is it cash, check, or whatever? So you can add some comments. You can put say 5,000, maybe 25,000. 5,000 is too nominal. 25,000, and then milk. I just pressed M because I know all these words, right? If I press P, petrol comes. So it's cash, and then say 3,000, and then petrol, online or credit card. So 3,000. So I just press Alt K. You can see the shortcut key for entry is Alt K, or you can press this button, Alt K. So it is committed. Now you can look at the report. Where is the report? You can go to the report and see month, year, this month, these are the expenses. You can search in the report, or you can look at the details of the reports and so on and so forth. For us, only this month data is there. because this is a fresh installation. You can look at it later, month on month, and different kinds of reports. You can look at date-wise reports, month, year-wise reports, expense reports, whatever is entered today, and then you want to edit something. You can click here. You can click updatable, click an entry here. You change the amount and update the record. Okay, so you can update the record that way, and then you can come to graphs. You'll see how nicely the graph has been plotted for you. So every month you can look at the graphs, or every week. So these are the types of expenses you can look at: yearly expenses, month and year, or monthly expenses. So where is your major amount of money is going? You can look at. You can easily derive from this graph. If you want to make some notes, you can make notes here. So I can create. I have to pay Vishnu 10,000. Okay, so status is open. I just, it need not be a reminder, I can just put it here. Okay, and then users. You can have multiple users. If they are using with the same Windows user ID, you can add more users here. But if they want to use it as a different Windows user ID, you don't have to worry. Their different database like this puq.db will be created in their documents when they open AccountCentaur. So you don't have to worry about data getting mixed up. They will have a different puq.db in their own documents. But if they are using your user ID, then you can add more users here. So this is a reminder that we just added, right? I have to pay Vishnu 10,000. So it is in open status. So it's showing me as a reminder. So these are the reminders that you can add. Now at the same time, entry, you can add a new item. I just realized there is a new item I wanted to add here, which is library fees. So I just press add text. It asks me, do you want to list them as expenses every time you want to add, or it's only temporary? So I will want to add it as permanent. So it added as permanent. I don't want to show any reminders. And then cash or check, whatever, online or credit card. And then say 300. Okay. Now this, why is this text box or big box showing up? So you can press Alt and Control Enter and say, for example, if you have multiple amounts, you don't want to total it outside of this, and you can just say 20,300. You paid somebody multiple amounts, so you just want to look at how much you paid, 350. And then so this all together becomes 660, right? Let's see. So it automatically calculates 660. You don't have to calculate here. So you also have a calculator here. You can just quickly click here and you get it. You can reset your password. You can give your password here, new password and confirm password. They will be changed. Or you can also go here, perhaps, I guess, yeah. You can also reset the password from here. You can track your income, and then this is your income. You can make an entry here, and then you can also track your savings here. What is the type of saving? Is it a recurring deposit or fixed deposit or mutual funds or shares or SIP? Everything you can share here. And one more thing to note here is that it stays in the system tray once you open AccountCentaur. When you close the AccountCentaur, it goes into system tray. So you can just right click on that and press new entry, and here you go. You can select petrol or whatever, and then put something here. And press enter. So when a green icon comes, that means an entry is made. You can just press escape to come out of this screen, or you can also fill it up using the bigger screen, right? So yeah, we made 2 entries here. So those 2 entries are reflecting here. So if you go to graphs, you can clearly see the house rent is reflecting 28 because 25 earlier and then now 3. So that no, that comes here. It has to reflect if you just have to traverse back and forth between these screens. So that's all I had in this video. Thank you so much for watching.